Okay, this is Choosin, Texas by Langley. So we're in the key of D flat, and that little melody that's played at the start. So you're going to start with a D flat major chord, step up to like an E flat minor, and then up to a D flat major in a first inversion. So it's going to be like, so back down. So it's, and then all the way down to an E flat minor with the E flat on the top. So it's essentially all just inversions of D flat major and E flat minor. So it's going to be. Okay, and the chords under that, first chord is an E flat minor, so chord 2. And then second chord is a D flat. It's going chord 2, chord 1. Then the second time around, we go up to a G flat. So it's G flat, D flat. Just when I thought, it's way too hard for me. Just when I thought, E flat minor, so this is the verse. Just when I thought I could fall in love with Tennessee. Back to D flat, so chord 2, chord 1. Should've known E flat, bring him back to Abilene, D flat. Right back. You can call this the pre-chorus. Right back, G flat, but it's kind of like a G flat 6 with the note that she's singing. You put it right back into her arms. Wasn't a match, A flat, for that kind of charm. He's from Texas, I can tell. G flat. No, she's from Texas, I can tell. G flat. By the way, who's two stepping round the room? D flat. Judging by the smile that's E flat written on her face, there's nothing I can do. A flat. And so there's these little twice actually in the chorus. There's these little kind of counter melodies, I guess. So it's she's from Texas, I can tell. By the way, he's two stepping across the room. It's gonna be like F and A flat. So again, kind of like a D flat chord, but just without the D flat. And stepping down. So this. She's from Texas, I can tell. By the way, he's two stepping round the room. Judging by the smile that's A flat, and on his face, there's nothing I can do. So that one is A flat to C, E flat, C, E flat, ba 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 ba. Ends like on an A flat major. G flat, a cowboy always finds a way to live. So it's going to be a B flat minor, so chord 6, but it kind of has this A flat over B flat minor kind of feel. So it's like find a way to live, drinking Jack all by myself. G flat, G flat, A flat. He's choosing, she's choosing, he's choosing Texas, I can tell. D flat. Then it plays the intro once. Another verse, whole chorus. Okay, then the part that's different, there's a little bridge. So coming out of the end of the chorus, it's choosing Texas, I can tell. When I'm eastbound, so chord 4, G flat. When I'm eastbound, A flat. Then it's going to be G flat over B flat, So it's kind of going like G flat, A flat, G flat with a B in the bass, so G, and stepping up, the A flat with a C in the bass, so it's when I'm eastbound, it's a really beautiful change, building tension on the way up in the bridge, and then back to just G flat, A flat, his heart still belongs, E flat minor, to the Lone Star State, A flat. Then we get kind of like a down chorus. She's from Texas, I can tell by the way he's two-stepping round the room. He's got the smile that's written on his face. There's nothing I can do. So you always want to play this in the chorus. Sounds really nice. And coming up to the end of that chorus, there's what's known as a two-time ending. So, a cowboy always finds a way to leave. Drinking Jack all by myself. G flat, A flat is Choosin, Texas, I can. And normally you'd be going back to chord 1. Choosin, Texas, I can tell. But it's Choosin, Texas, I can tell. Chord 6. So chord 6 down to an E flat major. So chord 2, the secondary dominant. Drinking dirt about myself. So you play it again. He's Choosin, Texas, I can tell. That's a very common pattern for ending songs. So when it feels like it should go back to here, you go here, here, then you can do that little bit again. Then it ends with the beginning again. It ends back with just when I thought I got to fall in love with Tennessee. Beautiful ending. So yeah, that's Choosin, Texas.